Hey, it's Michelle again. So it's another video. I forgot a couple things in the last. There's three different kinds of alopecia. There's alopecia areata, totalis, and then universalis. And they're saying, because I looked it up, they're saying that totalis is total hair loss on the scalp, and then they're saying that universalis is all over the whole body. And so that's what I have is universalis. When I first got it, they gave me the steroid. It's a steroid cream, and I rubbed that on my head, and I just every day, like twice a day, you had to rub the cream on your head, and then leave it on for a certain amount of time, and then wash it off. And it's just a steroid cream. It was like the worst painful thing ever. I mean, my head was so swelled up, and steroid tries to get your hair follicles going again. Now it's worked on people that have alopecia areata. I'm sure you see the other videos on here, people that have patches or things like that. That actually happened to my brother-in-law. It was funny because he just kind of laugh and make fun of it, or trying to lighten my mood, or the situation. And he asked me if it was contagious, and I'm like, yeah, if it was contagious, I think that my husband would have gotten it. And he wasn't my husband at the time, but anyways, he got the steroid cream, and that helped him. And he had like 19 bald spots, like in his beard and on his scalp, and I mean, he's been fine ever since. And so I think those steroids, if you fight it, or if you get it soon enough, or I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if the doctors know. And honestly, I haven't even been to the doctor or done a bunch of research on it since in 20 years. I don't know why. All I know is that my hair is going to grow back, and I don't know. But when I was looking at the other videos on YouTube, I saw that there is an Alopecia Areata Foundation, AA. I don't know what it is. I'll have it on my next video. I did that for, I don't know, a couple of months or something, and I was in so much pain, and my hair just kept falling out, and I was like, it's not worth it. So I just quit doing that, quit taking the steroids, and up at that point, I think it was where I just shaved my head because it was so thin and it was so terrible. I could put a hat on, and it looked, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, I do have pictures of me before and of me after that I can put on here too. So I don't know, I guess I'll talk about my first battle was wigs. Of course, first it was accepting myself for who I am, no matter what, with or without hair. And it's accepting that hair isn't the most important thing. I had a friend that her mom had cancer, and she would always say to me, "Oh, you're so strong, you're so brave, you lost your hair and everything." And she lost her hair, and she was like, "I understand how it feels, and it's terrible." And I said, "You know what? I have alopecia, but I don't have I don't have it. I'm not sick. I'm not sick with anything. I'm not gonna die. I mean, I feel good. I feel good. I don't. There isn't anything riddling me down except for, what was in my mind, except for my mind, and of course, depression and stuff like that came with it. But that's, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, but you have to tell yourself the good things. You have to look at the good things. And I was actually teasing my sister because I said, I don't have to get gray hair, because she had a gray hair or something, and she was complaining. And I said, "Oh, I don't have to get gray hair like you." And I'm almost 40 years. I am 40 years old. I just turned 40 in July, and so I've had this for 20 years. And I had an interview, and the girl was like, "No way, are you 40?" And I go, "Yeah." And she didn't believe it. She didn't believe me, and it's probably because of my hair. I'm sure. anyway, so, but, and then, so I don't have any eyelashes at all. I mean, I have a little bit, but not enough to put mascara on, and I just do. And now this is, I have a very hard time with eyebrows because ever since I've had alopecia, I always got a wig that had bangs, and the bangs always went down to here and covered because, you know, it does look kind of naked without eyebrows. Without, you know, so I put eyebrows on. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It doesn't, you know, not a big deal. But my thing is, when I first got it, I would go, you know, everywhere with just my hat on and things like that. And it's not that I care what people think of me, but I just got tired of all the attention being brought to me of, you know, people staring at me or, and it's funny because I had a lady that was in a job that I had. She was shopping in there, and she was just walking around, and she didn't have a wig on, a hat, or anything. And I told her, I was like, "You were so brave." And she said, "Oh, people are nicer to you when you do that." And I was like, "Well, I don't want to do it just for people to be nicer to me." And I was on a vacation, and I was just on the road trip. And I just had my hat on. And I got out of the car, and, you know, I mean, this was just recently, and people are like, oh, and waving and smiling at me, and, you know, yeah, people are nicer to you. I mean, they don't know. Most people probably think that it's cancer. You know, they don't. A lot of, I don't know, maybe it is more well known now than before, but a lot of people don't know about it, or what it is. But, and then, you know, my first wig I bought, I paid $300, and it didn't last very long. I've had this the most, this is the one that I love the most out of all the ones I've ever had. And it was hard for me because it doesn't have any bangs. And so, you know, then I have the eyebrow thing, but I wore fake eyelashes for a while too, where I wore fake eyelashes. Well, I had a job where I was in the public all the time, you know, I was retail at a store, and so I did that, but I quit wearing, you know, my hat and all that stuff. I just mostly wear my wig when I'm out and about, and then when I get home, it's like, they're so uncomfortable. If any of you got girls, you know, are wondering about it, they do have things you can do, that have like a net, it's like a pantyhose sock that you can put on there that protects it. And it is good to wear because it protects your wig from sweat. It also protects, you know, your head from irritation, things like that. But I don't wear one because I have a really, like, it just slides on my head. So I just don't wear one because of that. I also have to wear a petite size wig because, I mean, I don't know if I just have a petite head. You know, regular hats fit me, but they're always, and I didn't even realize it, like, it was so awesome. I've had this for 20 years. I've had alopecia, and I live in a small town, so there is not a wig shop here. Like, I can't just go to the shop. I would always go online and order, and so here I am online trying to match this color, you know, trying to see if the style fits, and trying to see if, I mean, I've like had to learn to cut it myself, because usually when you order them, you know, the bangs are always long, and a regular size wig never fits, ever. It always has. And then when I tried a petite one on, so I found out about a shop that came here in our town, and I was so excited. I went there, and the ladies really helped me out a lot. They told me about so much stuff that I didn't know about wigs, and it was like, it was the happiest day, because here I've had this for this many years, and I'm finding out, oh my gosh, like, I could have done this to make my wig last longer, or I could have done that, or, I mean, of course, now there's YouTube, so now you can just YouTube everything. And that's what I did. I YouTubed, because they start getting really, like, at the bottom, it's like split ends, but it's terrible, like, it's really bad. And I found out how to fix that. Like, I was throwing my wigs away after, I mean, they should last 8 months for a good one. Well, it depends too. Like I don't wear hairspray or nothing like that. I brush it out. I wash it like once a week. But I mean, I just seriously didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to wash it. I didn't know how to care for it, take care of it, nothing. Now things are easier with technology, so luckily for that, that'll help some of you girls that are out there and lost and having issues and stuff. But I just went onto the internet and wigs and found some websites, and there is a website that I've been ordering my wigs from for 15 years, like as long as I've had this. The issue is they discontinue styles and things like that if it doesn't sell. And so I had this one that I wore for like 10 years. I wore the same style of wig. I would order it every year, but and then all of a sudden they didn't have it anymore. And then they changed. Then they, there was only one brand that had the color that I liked, and it was called Sugar Cookie, and that was the color that matched my natural hair color. And everybody's like, oh, why don't you wear a black one day and wear a blonde one day? And it's not like that. People don't realize that. I don't want to bring attention to myself. I want to look natural. I want to wear something that is like my natural hair. Especially just to get like a regular job and things like that. But I found one that I liked, and the companies will work with you a lot more now, and talk to them and say, hey, this is the one I ordered last time. I want, this brand. That's the thing. I think I'm just gonna have a video like strictly on wigs and about what I've learned about them, because each brand has a different color, and they all have a different name for their color, a different number or whatever. And so you have to sit there and it's hard online when you're doing online, because you can't see if the color is right, on a screen, on a PC screen. You can't see the color, you can't see, and then usually what happens is they don't refund you your money back. You have to send the wig back, then you have to order a different one, a different style. And so, you get screwed there, and I don't know, it's just I think that, they're just a company. They're not, I don't think they're as passionate. They're not passionate. They're not understanding as they should be, I think. But since I don't have hair at all, regular wigs don't fit me. I have to wear a petite. And when I went to the shop here and tried on, they had a petite wig in the shop. I tried it on, and I couldn't believe that I was wearing a regular wig all these years. Like, there was this much of it would, in the back, the netting folded over right here above my neck, folded over, and I just thought it was normal. That's people that have hair, that's what they tuck their hair into and stuff. But this one, petite, fits me so good. Like, it goes right above my ear tabs nicely. Oh, actually, and that's the thing too, I wear glasses, so I have to tuck my glasses in. But the ear tabs, they fit. They go right, above my ear. Before, I've had issues with the ear tabs rubbing on my ears. It hurts so bad, your ear's all sore and everything. And then the back of it, behind, like, there's this part, but it just comes straight down. It comes straight. It doesn't have any gaps or anything like that. And now you can order real pricey wigs, and they are, I don't know about, like $5,000 ones, but I'm sure that the ones that are like $1,000 or something are more worth it. What they can do is you measure your head, and then they make it exactly to your head size, so it fits your head exactly. They have different kinds. I don't know. I'm going to make another video about wigs, but anyway, that's just more to my story. And any questions, comments, let me know. Thank you.